3 riders out front. Their gap is a slender one. They had just over a minute of advantage, but it's been the Uno X team on the left-hand side of the road at the moment with the yellow and red jerseys, and there's been a crash on the central reservation here. Also trying to get back. There's Gaia Railini of Trek Segafredo in the blue jersey, so not good news for the young Italian who's making her debut, and also for FDG Suez. Cecilia Uttrup Ludwig, the Danish champion, has a problem. As we head onto the Côte de Chourave, the 3 breakaway leaders, despite having over 1 minute's advantage, things start to stretch out now. The accelerations are starting to be made. And this trio here, which is being stretched out by the world champion Annemiek van Vleuten. And now we've got a select group who is starting to move clear. Elisa Longo-Borghini has made the junction. No real cohesion here, but it's SD Works who want to take things up. Marlon Reusser on the right-hand side, opening things up. Neve Fisher-Black, her work is done for the day as Reusser takes a look behind. It's brought back together by Demi Vollering and Marlon Reusser of SD Works, and immediately it's Shirin van Anrooy who counter-attacks the move, followed by Elise Chabet, followed by Juliette Lebus. And another move. When that is all come back together, it's Trek Segafredo who are wanting to do and play the 1-2 game here, counter-attack after counter-attack, and Amanda Spratt tries to go clear here. No real cohesion behind. You see one of the riders from UAE Team ADQ. She's looking around for some assistance in order to bring back Amanda Spratt. The wind coming onto the left-hand shoulder of the riders at the moment. And meanwhile, as the 2 groups have merged together, the big fight into the lower slopes of the Côte d'Aref, making that left-hand turn. Teams and riders trying to find their position. Spratt still holding that gap despite the chase behind. 43 seconds, 14.1 kilometers to go. This is the chasing trio. And now we see an injection of pace from behind. It's FDG Suez and Movistar who are on the front along with SD Works. Persico is in this group, and there's a little bit of movement as riders try, and there's a crash. Another crash in the peloton, and Cecilia Uttrup Ludwig is caught up. Eric Mignaldi, who was just in that breakaway, is caught up, as well as Spieler Kern. Faulkner, she says she's fine. She's telling her teammate, don't wait for her, you keep going. And despite Spratt's splendid performance so far and her great time gap that she had, which was upwards of 44 seconds, the peloton behind with their acceleration have now got the Australian in her sights. 11 riders, 11 select riders going clear here. There's Mavi Garcia, the Spanish champion. We've got Liana Lippert, who's in this group, Elisa Longo-Borghini, Elise Chabet, Cassia Nuviadoma, Demi Vollering. It's all going to come back together. The 2 groups are going to merge. Under the Flamme Rouge, 1,000 meters remaining of La Fleche Wallonne, the 26th edition. At the moment, it's Canyon SRAM who lead things onto that right-hand turn. There's Demi Vollering with Cassia Nuviadoma on the wheel. We're at 9% now. We're into double digits, and Demi Vollering, with a seated acceleration, she's starting to go clear of Cassia Nuviadoma. And despite Nuviadoma out of the saddle and trying to get on top of that gear, she's not being able to bring back Demi Vollering. Demi Vollering leads. There's the German champion Lippert. They go through 300 meters, and with gritted teeth, it's Mavi Garcia who is trying to come back in the Spanish champion's colors. She takes a look behind, and with a shake of the head, and the smile starts to come onto the face of Demi Vollering. She's out of the saddle for that last little acceleration. She can't believe it. Timing is everything on the Mer de Huy. You go too soon and it could all be over, and already she's celebrating before she gets to the line. Only 11 different riders from 7 nations have been victorious. Demi Vollering, she etches her name in the history books. She becomes the 12th rider in history to win La Fleche Wallonne.